Today's session we are going to have a quick revision of Python NCERT class 12. So let's get started. So we are going to discuss about two math functions. The first one is tan and GCD. So value which is given in tan function is in radians and we are finding GCD of two numbers here. So the next concept is functions. So why are functions used? So functions are used to avoid ambiguity, to increase readability and to reduce program size. So basically we divide a big program into components and we use that individual components as and when required. So here we are calling area function. So what happens here? The value 4 is sent in the definition area and a into a is calculated and that value is returned in a variable and we printed that a variable here. So in this step we have called function emp underscore return. So the function call goes here and this function returns nothing. So the value none is captured in b variable and we print that here. So the none variable gives no error here. What I meant to say, if nothing is returned using return statement, the none is the default value. So there are basically three types of arguments in Python. The first one is positional argument, second one is default arguments and third one is keyword arguments. So what is the use of position arguments? So here I am using position arguments. So here these are called as actual arguments and these are called as formal arguments. So these actual arguments 30 and 20 are copied into length and breadth variable respectively and this value is returned in p variable. So in the default arguments we have one default value in the function, that is one of the formal argument has a value. So here p holds a value 20. Suppose if we don't pass value 40 here, then the value 20 is used to calculate L into B. As we pass for value 40, the value 40 overrides this value 20 and 40 into 20 is calculated. So in this particular positional arguments you need to remember one thing, always the positional argument must be at the right side. Suppose if I write b equal to 20 on the left, then it will give an error. Sorry, this is default argument, not positional argument. So default argument should always be like the value holding argument should always be written in the right side and the left side must be normal argument. So the next argument is keyword argument. So in the keyword argument in the keyword argument we give values in the actual argument and the formal arguments and the actual arguments are matched by name. So rate, so we are, though we change the positions here, 2 from here is copied into this variable, and 100 from here is copied into this variable, and similarly time tim is copied into this variable. I hope my point is clear. So now the value princ is returned, and that value is printed here. So this is the next concept. A definition can return multiple values. In the previous cases we just discussed a scenario where a definition returned a single value. So if it returns multiple values, it is output, we get the output as tuple, and we need not write two variables on the left side to capture value. We can write a single variable like ap. If we print ap, it contains two values which are returned, like 36 and 24, but in tuple. And next we are going to discuss about scope. So here is a global variable tiger. Actually we didn't define it as global, so this is in the outermost section. So first it is initialized with 50 and we are calling number definition. So we go here and tiger is overridden locally, so we get output as 24, and again we come in this step and here we get 50, as here it's 50. So the scope of tiger equal to 24 is local, and it is only valid till this section only. Suppose if we want to change the value all over the program at any point of time, then we use global keyword. So we have defined global keyword here, and if we change a value here, then the output will be changed into 1. Just try to understand the flow of the program. So this is step 1, this is step 2, this is step 3, and this is the last step. In the previous scenario we got tigers equal to 2, similar to tigers equal to 2, but in this scenario it's this is considered as the last step. Okay, so let's go to next concept. Actually math module contains the value pi. Okay, suppose if we are declaring another variable pi equal to 23, then this value will be 23, and if we want to access the value present in math module, then we will use math.py. So I hope I made my point clear. So this is join function. So with the help of join function we will join two list variables, and this is split function. By using split function we divide a string using space, and the individual string components are stored in list. And this is one of the next important concepts. So yeah, this is packages. Okay, sorry, I have skipped packages. Okay, so packages is nothing but if you want to create a group of functions which can be used in multiple programs, we use packages in that scenario. So I have skipped this concept. You can check NCERT book for this. So next one is files. So we are going to discuss about files. Okay, so we are first opening a file named ashwin.txt. So this is a mode. A is a mode. So A stands for append. So I am writing the text file created with append mode in this file, and I am closing the file. So read is a function to read a line, to read entire text file or certain characters from this file. So here I am reading 7 characters from this file. So I have read 7 characters from the file and I have printed length of the file. So length of the file is 7. So the next function is readLine. So readLine function reads one single line. Suppose if we want to read the next line, we use another readLine function. So this is the first line and this is the second line. No, okay. So this is next concept. Just give me a minute. So what happened here? Yeah, so what happened here? There was no next line. So it printed a space here and this is one line. This is one line and this is a space. You can see the space here, right? Yeah. So this is the next concept. So if we want to read multiple lines, we use readLines function. And suppose if we want to write a data into a text file, we open that file in write mode and we will fetch the input and we will write it to the file object and we will close the file. If we want to read multiple lines and print it, we use this syntax. So there are many modes like write mode, read mode, write binary plus, A plus, AB plus, but I am just discussing write, read, append, write binary, read binary, and I am skipping certain things to make this video precise. So what am I doing here? I am entering 3 names. Okay, so I have entered the 3 names. I have written multiple lines onto the file using writeLines function. So the next concept is flush. We need not use flush function manually. Python automatically does that if we use close function, like if we use f.close, it's more than enough. So it's nothing but storing the buffer into memory. So the next concept is pickle, not pickles. So pickle is used if we are dealing with binary files. So what is binary file? I'm opening Notepad. Okay. So binary file contains zeros and ones, data in zeros and ones format. So Python is high level language, and that code is interpreted and compiled into low level code, and that low level code will be in bytecode. So what is the advantage of binary files? So binary files are actually small when compared to higher level files. So the processing of the file gets faster if we are using binary files or files in binary format. So here we are using pickle module. So dump method is used to dump the contents into a binary file, and load method is used to load the contents from the binary file. Okay, and with function is used to handle exceptions. So with function, try except block are used to handle exception. You can go through NCERT book for exceptional handling. And here is the next function, tell. So tell function tells at what position is our pointer at, and read function will read the text from the current pointer position. So the next important function is seek. The seek function will set the pointer position at this particular position. It will set pointer at this particular position. So from that position we read. So the next concept is CSV files. So what are CSV files? CSV files are comma separated files. So let's say I am writing names like this. So this is an example of CSV file. And there is one more important thing which you need to remember. The CSV file need not be comma separated. The CSV file need not be comma separated. The CSV file can be separated using pipe symbol, like it can contain pipe as a separator, or it can contain semicolon as a separator. By default, comma is the separator. If we want to declare a separator manually, we can declare it in this function. So here I am using comma separated values, so I am just using here I am using delimited as pipe, so I have used this syntax. So what I have done here, I have just opened this particular file in a write mode, and I am writing it to CSV file. So this one is header. Header means uh, the first row, like roll number, name, marks. So the rows from the second row will be body, like 11, comma. It's not comma. It's not comma. It's delimiter is pipe symbol, so it will be like this: 11. So here it will be. Suppose if we want to fetch this value, we will use this as a reference to fetch this value. We can have multiple rows like this. So let's say 12, Pavan, and I can use 21. And yeah, that is all about CSV files. If you want to know more about CSV files, you can go through the NCERT book, and you can mention in the comments below. We'll look at it. And if we want to read a CSV file, we'll use the following syntax, and we will fetch a record line by line using a for loop. So I hope the video is helpful for you. I have made few, like I got stuck at few positions, and I hope it's clear. If you have any suggestions for me, you can drop in the comment below. And I hope this video helps you all. Thank you everyone, and have a great day. If you want notes or any other help, you can please do comment in the comment section. So it's first time for me to teach a particular set of students on YouTube. I hope you understand my intention, and please apologize me for getting stuck and making certain stammering or pronunciation mistakes. Yeah, thank you all, and have a great day.